Well, we're transporting you to the edge of the galaxy. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge takes you to a planet you've never been before, the planet of Batuu, and what you're seeing is the Black Spire Outpost. It's the place where all the traders, smugglers, and adventurers of all kinds have gathered for millennia on the edge of charted space in the Star Wars galaxy. It's exciting for us to be able to bring guests right to the heart of the Star Wars story. In partnership with Lucasfilm, we decided we wanted to create this new place, this place you've never been. But it also has the essence of Star Wars, the thickness of the architecture, the heaviness of the domes, the metals and the plasters, but then augmented by the personalization of soft goods and fine metal work. But the characters, the droids, and people you know and love. The project's coming along tremendously, but it's an amazing undertaking. This is the largest expansion ever done in Walt Disney World. But we've been able to leverage some great talent here and our resources from across the globe. I'm excited to see it every day. It changes. It's getting amazing and more magical as we come through, and the level of immersion is incredible. Just given the complexity of the ships and the droids and the architecture and the layer of technology, it's going to be something that's not been done before, and it's going to be a high achievement for everyone involved, and just a great dynamic guest experience.
Chad, we are standing in front of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and we're about to go behind the wall. Is that correct?
We are. We're going to take you to Batuu, the largest expansion we've ever had in Disney's parks.
So what do I need to be prepared for? I've never seen anything, this is my first time walking back there. How should I feel?
You should be excited. I mean, like I said, you're one of the first people to go back behind the wall and experience Batuu in an immersive land that we're taking our guests to live their own Star Wars dreams.
All right, so we're not allowed to take any photos or video behind the wall, but we do have some audio that we'll record. So let's go check it out, okay?
Let's do it.
So what you're starting to see in this early aerial is all the ways you can encounter it. You can start to see staircases and ramps and kind of peekaboos and bridges and the way that things cross over. Nothing is right in front of you. This is set up for your adventure. This is not Luke's story, Leia's story, Han's story, Chewbacca's story. This is a place for you to come to and you explore. You've got to go find it. You want to get on the Falcon? Find it, right? Now I can tell you how to find it from this view. The large tower that's just built up in front of the largest spire with the communications antennas on top of it is this spire here, or is this tower here. The Falcon sits at the base. That's one of our docking bays, right? She barely looks like she fits there, right? Do you remember when we first saw the Falcon, what kind of docking bay she was in? Barely could fit in there, right? I mean, you had to be a good pilot to get it in and out. Now, the person that controls the Falcon now, he's recruiting pilots and crews. We know that. It's part of our story. Right? So some of those pilots haven't been as successful as others. And the person that's running this cantina, which every self-respecting spaceport has a great cantina, isn't too pleased because their cantina gets damaged by amateur pilots. So if you're an amateur pilot and you have a hard time navigating the Falcon, don't expect to get a drink real quick when you hit in the cantina. It's going to be a challenge for you. Because remember, your reputation follows you when you do things in this land. A little more critical to getting around this outpost is the droid shop. Droids are the way that we navigate the universe, correct? Right? They help us, they interpret, they understand us when things are happening. You're going to be able to build your own astromech in our droid shop. And that astromech will be to your choice, whether it has an affinity for either the Resistance or the First Order, can alert you to some comings and goings of what's happening in the village. Remember, right? Your reputation follows you, but your choices have consequences. There's a lot of things going on in here. Aliens, merchants, spies. People are going to ask you to take things for other people. People are asking you to send a message to other people. You don't have to do that. If you choose to, choose wisely. That's all I have to say. Again, kind of coming back here to Rotunda, so this block is all things going on. There's a garrison down here with an amazing shuttle. The First Order has touched down there, right? They're sending recon patrols out. They know something's been going on out here. And so when you come here, when we open, there'll be an A-wing peeking out right here and an X-wing peeking out right here. And they'll be under camouflage. And that's because the Resistance is hiding on this part of the forest. When it's forested in, they'll be able to hide under the trees. And this is the stepping off point for Rise of the Resistance. This is the retraction that's going to put you in between the First Order and the Resistance and the face-off with Kylo Ren.
Chad, that was incredible. Oh my God. So, wow. I'm almost a little bit speechless. It's like it takes some of the best Disneylands we've ever seen and just kind of escalated up to another level. I mean, what was your guys' thought when you started seeing some of this land come together?
Well, we had a great partnership with Lucasfilms. We really wanted to understand the Star Wars story, the characters, the sights, the sounds, the tastes of the Star Wars storyline. But it was great. We've taken a lot of people who've come together and create this, some artisans, Really hard-working folks over the past few years to pull this together, but we think we're going to bring that to you on August 29th.
So we were also told that once you're in Batu, you kind of have to be very careful about your behavior and when you kind of explore the land. What if you have someone that, let's say, is kind of more of a casual Star Wars fan? Will they feel lost? Will they be guided through the area? What would that experience be like?
We want this to be familiar for all of our Star Wars fans. We've got the Resistance, we've got the First Order, we've got, they can they'll experience new things, they'll see some familiar things like the Millennium Falcon,
Sure.
Blue Milk from the original. But yeah, we hope to have a little bit for everybody.
And so we're August 29th, and we have that sort of phased opening. Is that correct?
Correct. We'll bring Phase 2 to you shortly after that this year. That will include Star Wars Rise of the Resistance.
I still am I was just so impressed with everything that we saw back there. So many questions that going through my mind, but it's a different level. And congratulations, and we look forward to seeing it.
I'm glad you got a sneak peek of it and bringing the excitement that we all have too.
Great. Thank you.